Hey everyone, it's me again. Here to bring you another replay. This one is between me and gweece99. So I'll get it underway. He leads with a Gengar, I lead with a Metagross. He doesn't want to stay in on a Meteor Mash, so he switches to a Swampert. I go straight for the Meteor Mash. This Metagross is choice banded, so it does a fairly decent amount despite the resistance. I switch to Cloyster, which is a pretty safe switch it to Swampert. He goes for Surf. And I just spike up on as he switches to Zapdos, because I've got nothing to fear really, aside from a Toxic or anything, which I can easily sort out. So yeah, I switch in Celebi, which is a fairly safe switch into Zapdos, and he uses Hidden Power Grass, so I feel pretty confident. I just Leech Seed him, and see what he's going to do. He doesn't roar me, so he chooses Thunderbolt, and then he switches out to Tyranitar, which isn't something that Celebi likes to stay in against, but I predicted the switch to Tyranitar, and I went straight to, well, not to Tyranitar, but I predicted the switch from Zapdos, and I went straight to Metagross, and I found the Skarmory. So then I get an attack raise, so he's forced to roar here, and it brings in the Lantern, my little ace in the hole. He definitely doesn't want to stay in against that. I go with a safe Surf here. Hits the Zapdos and the switch in. And I'm not sure why he switched in Zapdos. The best it can do is a Hidden Power Grass. And I can just Toxic him, as I do here, and proceed to beat him down with Surf if necessary. Whilst recovering, well, not recovering because of Sandstorm. He switches back to Tyranitar, but I just found him with another Surf. So Lantern really messing him around here. What I don't notice, I fail to realise that he doesn't gain leftovers, which almost always means it's choice banded, and I didn't expect the Rock Slide to get me. So I go to Flygon and I sew up, predicting him to switch out and fodder, save the Tyranitar to fodder, and he doesn't. So I just finish him off with Rock Slide, just in case he does plan to fodder this turn. I could have gone for Earthquake, but that would have been susceptible to a Zapdos switching, so I switch out when Swampert comes in and I go back to Celebi. Celebi takes the Earthquake pretty decently. Here I just Leech Seed up, logical thing to do. Hits me with Ice Beam, which does 35%, which isn't bad, but I can, outside of a crit, I've not really got much to fear at the moment. He switches out to Skarmory, instead of trying to hit him with Psychic, but it doesn't do a whole lot. However, the special defense drop I could have taken advantage of this. I didn't. I just went straight for the Leech Seed, expecting a switch. He just spiked up. I could finish him off here, but I don't. I switch out to be safe, and I go to Cloyster. He switches out also to be safe and goes to Zapdos. Obviously, I don't want to be in this matchup. So, yeah, things go my way pretty much at the moment. Go back to Celebi. Hits me with Hidden Power Grass again. Doesn't do a whole lot. His Zapdos is still Toxic. Hits me with Thunderbolt. And gets a Paralysis. But I recover up, you know, being at low health at all. Toxic's still doing its work on Zapdos. He rests. And I land a Leech Seed on him. Not this turn, because I'm paralysed. He uses Sleep Talk, which I'm not really sure why he's bothering to stay in here, unless he's trying to waste my PP. But there we go, I land a Leech Seed. Celebi's got Natural Cure, so he doesn't really care about paralysis. He switches out to Gengar, which is very risky. I could have just nailed him with the Psychic there, but luckily I predicted him to continue Sleep Talking, and I switched to Flygon. That didn't work out, so I guess the obvious Ice Punch and switch back to Metagross. knowing that I could take the Ice Punch, I could even take a Thunderbolt if he aimed it at me. And I just plug away with Meteor Mash. And it does a nice 42%, and then I get an attack rate. So outside of Zapdos Sleep Talking and getting a crit, I don't see a whole lot of what could go wrong here. He Sleep Talks, gets Thunderbolt, doesn't crit. I finish him off with Meteor Mash and get another attack raid, so now he's really in trouble. He brings in the Swampert, and I could easily KO it here with a Meteor Mash, but I decided not to keep him in case the Swampert might have been fast, or Meteor Mash had missed. So yeah, I switched to the safer option in Celebi, go for Leech Seed, and that missed. Hits me with Ice Beam, and it doesn't crit, but I'm in shaky waters at the moment. So I recover it off, keeps going for Ice Beam. I'm quite prepared to sit this out because at the moment I am above the range where he can crit me and kill me. However, I realise that I can't actually get out of the range when I try and use a Leech Seed, so I'm going to have to Leech Seed him at some point and just hope for no crits, which is what happens now. No crits, get the Leech Seed on him, and now I can successfully stall him out. So if he goes back to the Skarmory, predicting my recover, I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah, not a lot to say here. He goes for the obvious Leech Seed. He spikes up. I'm not really fussed because I don't see a reason to switch out of Celebi at the moment. I could easily stay in Celebi being fit for the rest of the game. Follow up with Psychic, and he spikes again. Again, I'm still not fussed. Leech Seed finishes off the Skarm, and he brings in Swampert. I could just Leech Seed it again. He can Ice Beam, but it's not going to get him anywhere. So yeah, not a lot going on his side of the field other than switching and switching. Bad move here. Kind of obvious I was going to whittle him down. I saw no reason to recover at that percentage, and Gengar goes down. He brings in a Blissey. Very questionable. Until I realised it does 41%, which probably indicates it's a Calm Mind Bliss. Despite that, Leech Seed still gives me the advantage here. I switch out to Cloyster, hoping that I can get in a Rapid Spin before a Thunderbolt, so it can then begin to switch around freely. So yeah, Rapid Spin here, and I was tempted to not attack here in case he protected, but as it turns out he doesn't have Protect and I can just explode on him. He's left with Blissey, and I'm pretty much safe here. Even a max special attack Thunderbolt won't take me down here unless he has Fire move and is faster, which he's not. So it goes down to Explosion, and that's the game. So if you like this and you like all the things that I do and you love me and you think I'm awesome and all those cool things that make you want to subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you want to like the video. If you didn't like the video, you can like it anyway, I'm not telling you not to. And hope you enjoy the next one.